If you love forbidden tension, powerful men, and love triangles that should absolutely not happen, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Now here's what really happened. I don't believe in fate. I believe in work. Schedules. Plans. Things I can manage and control. My life has been a long string of responsibilities. Deadlines, rent, student loans, and my aging car that threatens to quit every time it climbs a hill. So when I'm offered a job tutoring for the wealthy Whitman family, more money than I've ever made, I tell myself it's just work. Just another line on my resume. But the moment I step onto the Whitman estate, I feel something shift. The house is huge. White stone, glass walls, manicured gardens that look like God personally trimmed them. I stand at the front entrance clutching my folder of lesson plans, hoping I don't look as nervous as I feel. The door opens, and I lose my breath for a second. The man standing there is tall, broad-shouldered, early 40s maybe, with dark blonde hair brushed neatly back and a jaw sharp enough to cut diamonds. His eyes, blue, serious, observant, take me in with one slow sweep. "You must be Miss Hart," he says. I nod quickly. "Yes, Ava. Ava Hart. I'm David Whitman." His voice is low, rich. "My daughter's new tutor." His gaze lingers, not inappropriate, just assessing. I feel my pulse pick up despite myself. "Come in," he says, stepping aside. The house smells like cedar and something crisp, expensive. The floors gleam. Everything is too perfect to touch. I hear light footsteps and turn to see a little girl with a messy braid and big brown eyes run toward us. "Daddy." He picks her up with effortless strength, his face softening in a way that surprises me. "This is Lily," he tells me. I smile warmly. "Hi, Lily." She hides shyly behind his shoulder. "She's excited," David says. "Just cautious." "I can work with cautious," I reply. We move to the lounge where books and art supplies are already set on a table. Lily sits down, peeking up at me with curiosity. "So," I say brightly, "are you ready to get started?" She nods. I start the lesson and she is bright, so bright. Kind. Curious. Focused. The hour passes quickly, but I feel David's presence behind me before I see him. He watches us from the doorway, arms crossed, expression unreadable. When I finish, he steps forward. "She likes you," he says quietly. "I like her too," I reply. He nods slowly, thoughtful, then gestures toward the grand staircase. "Let me show you around the house." As we walk, we pass polished hallways, artwork, rooms filled with sunlight. He walks close enough that I notice the faint scent of his cologne. Clean, masculine, grounding. "Lily hasn't connected with a tutor in a while," he says. "Well, we had a good start today," I say. His eyes drop to my mouth, then back up so quickly I wonder if I imagined it. "You have a calming presence," he says. "Rare in this house." "Is it the house?" I ask, smiling gently. "Or the people in it?" That earns me his first real smile. And God, he's handsome when he smiles. He opens his mouth to speak, and the front door bursts open. Loud footsteps. A laugh. The sound of someone tossing keys. "Anyone home?" "I brought." The man stops mid-sentence as he walks into view, and everything in me stutters. He's young. Mid-20s. Taller than David, leaner, with sun-lightened blonde hair that falls over his forehead and bright blue eyes that widen when they meet mine. He's wearing a leather jacket, jeans, a casual confidence that feels like the opposite of the house around him. His gaze drops to the folder in my hands, then travels back up. "Please tell me you're not the new nanny," he says. "Tutor," I correct. He grins, slow, amused, wicked. "Even better." David's jaw clenches. "This is my younger brother," he says tightly. "Aaron." Aaron walks toward us with long, easy strides, hands in pockets, eyes fixed on me like he's trying to memorize my face. "Ava, right?" he asks. "Yes." He tilts his head, studying me shamelessly. "You don't look like a tutor." "And what do tutors look like?" I ask, raising an eyebrow. "Less distracting." My cheeks warm. David steps slightly in front of me. Protective. "She's here to work, Aaron." Aaron smirks. "I didn't say she wasn't." Their eyes lock, brothers who are clearly very different. Then Aaron looks at me again. "We'll talk later." He walks past us, whistling, disappearing up the stairs. I exhale, trying to steady my heartbeat. David rubs his temple. I apologize for him. I don't mind, I lie. He gives me a look that says he doesn't believe me. Your job, he says quietly, is with Lily, not with Aaron. Understood. But as I drive home that night, I can't shake the feeling that whatever this job is going to be, it's already more complicated than I planned. My second week at the Whitman estate starts with rain. Heavy, gorgeous rain that turns the gardens into a watercolor painting. I arrive soaked from the short walk from my car to the front door. David opens it. His eyes widen slightly. You're drenched. It's just water. I laugh, pushing wet hair off my face. He doesn't smile. He steps forward, suddenly close, lifting a towel from a nearby table and draping it over my shoulders with careful hands. You should have called, he says. I would have sent someone to escort you. It's just rain, I repeat softer. His thumb grazes my shoulder as he adjusts the towel, and my breath catches. We stand like that for a slow, stretching moment. Then Lily rushes in. Ava. The moment vanishes. David steps back as Lily grabs my hand, pulling me toward the study. We start reading practice. She's doing brilliantly. Halfway through, I feel a presence behind me again. I turn. Aaron leans against the doorway, arms crossed, wearing a soft gray t-shirt and jeans, damp hair from the rain falling over his forehead. I heard we had company, he says, eyes locking with mine. You heard? I ask dryly. Or you were listening? Same thing. He walks in, sits on the desk too close. Lily, he says gently, why don't you let your dad steal your tutor for a second? I need to talk to Ava. Lily shakes her head. No. I want Ava. Aaron pretends to wince. Ouch. David appears behind him. Stop bothering her. Bothering. Aaron scoffs. I just wanted to ask if she's free after. No, David says. You don't know what I was going to say. I know enough. I look between them. Is everything okay? They both answer at the same time. Yes, David says. No, Aaron says. They glare at each other. Awkward. I stand. Maybe I should take a quick break. I walk toward the hallway and both men follow. Aaron is the first to speak when we reach the foyer. So, Ava, he says, leaning casually against the railing. You want a tour of the grounds? I can show you the greenhouse, the old stables, the lake. That's enough, David snaps. Aaron smirks. She asked a question. She didn't ask anything, David says. Aaron looks at me. Well? You want a tour? Before I can answer, David's hand comes to rest lightly on my arm. Aaron, he says, voice low, stop. Aaron's eyes drop to where David touches me. Something sparks. Oh, he says softly. I see. Heat rushes through me. David removes his hand instantly, but it's too late. Aaron pushes off the railing and steps closer. Careful, brother. David's jaw tightens. This isn't your game. Aaron murmurs. Everything's my game. Before I can even breathe, Lily calls for me again, breaking the tension. I retreat, heart pounding as I return to her side. But no matter how hard I try to focus on flashcards, I can feel two sets of eyes on me the entire time. Days pass. Then weeks. I get used to the rhythm of the house, lessons with Lily, tea in the afternoons, the sound of David's footsteps in the hallway, the occasional chaotic arrival of Aaron. David is steady, quiet, kind. He asks about my day. He listens. He remembers tiny things, my favorite tea, the book I'm reading, the color I wear most. Sometimes, when Lily is drawing, he and I talk softly about life, education, the pressures of parenthood. There's an intimacy to it, a gentle pull. And then there's Aaron. Aaron is chaos, flirting, jokes, sudden appearances in doorways. He invites me walking through the gardens, brings me flowers, stolen from your boss's $1,000,000 bushes. Leaves little notes under my notebook. He is energy, attention, heat. Both brothers are dangerous in completely different ways. One morning I arrive early. The sun is low, casting gold on the marble floor. I walk into the living room and stop. David stands by the window, tie undone, white shirt sleeves rolled up, staring out over the grounds with a tension that wraps around him like a second suit. He turns when he hears me. Ava, he says softly. Good morning. His expression softens in a way I don't expect. Or maybe I just pretend not to understand it. We talk briefly about Lily's progress. He steps closer and my pulse spikes. Ava, he says quietly, I want to make sure you're comfortable here. I am, I whisper. Good. His eyes drop to my lips then back. My breath hitches. The air tightens. He steps back suddenly, jaw tightening like he's fighting himself. I should go prepare for a meeting. Before I can answer, Aaron walks in holding a mug, freezing when he sees us. Well, he says slowly. Good morning indeed. Aaron, David warns. I'm just saying hello, Aaron replies, voice light but eyes sharp. Relax. His attention shifts to me. Walk with me to the garden later? David answers for me. She has a job to do. Aaron's jaw tightens. She can answer for herself. Two men. Two forces. Both looking at me like I'm something they want to claim. I clear my throat. I have a lesson plan to prepare. I escape before either of them can say more. Everything comes to a head 2 weeks later. Lily finishes her lesson early. I suggest she go show her drawing to her father. She runs off happily. I start packing up my materials when someone knocks softly on the doorframe. David, are you free for a moment? He asks. Yes. He steps in, closing the door behind him. My breath catches. I've been wanting to say something. He begins. About boundaries. I nod carefully. Okay. He looks conflicted. I want you to feel safe here. Comfortable. But I also. Footsteps echo behind him. Aaron. He enters without knocking. Perfect, he says. All three of us. Saves me time. David stiffens. Aaron. No, Aaron says sharply. We're doing this. He turns to me, expression rawer than I've ever seen. Ava, he says, I like you. More than I plan to. More than I probably should. My heart jolts. David's jaw clenches. Aaron continues. I know I'm the mess. The wild card. The brother who never grew up. But when you walk into a room, everything stops. For me. Before I can breathe, David speaks. Ava, he says quietly, I care too. The words steal the air from the room. Two brothers. Both looking at me with something painfully real. Aaron steps forward. I want a chance. David matches him. So do I. I stand frozen between them. Two men. Two different lives. Two different futures I never asked for. I can't, I whisper. They fall silent. I didn't come here for this. I say, voice shaking. I came here to do my job. To help Lily. Not to be caught between you. David's voice is soft. We don't want to overwhelm you. You already have, I say honestly. Aaron swallows hard. Just don't push us away yet. I shake my head. I need time. David nods slowly. Take all you need. Aaron steps back, running a hand through his hair. Yeah, fine. Time. They leave, one after the other, leaving me alone in the study. I sink into the chair, heart pounding, breath unsteady. I came here to teach a little girl. Now I'm tangled in something much deeper. Something I don't know how to escape or embrace. One quiet house. Two powerful brothers. And me standing dead center. The story isn't over. Not even close.